Hey, Scrappers, Sam here. I promise that this is the last newsy intro for at least a little while. We'll be getting you all back to your vignettes next week. But today is the release of the final episode of The Lords of Rust, Book 2 of our adventure path, and an announcement was promised. So without further ado, the grand prize winners for the end of book giveaway are Mr. Strange and J-Rod. You'll both be picking up a very capable 4 poster, a never-before-seen Stabra-Cadabrat sticker, and of course a gorgeous set of Norse Foundry metal dice. Huge thanks to Eric and all the kind folks at Norse Foundry for making this happen, and congratulations to our winners. But of course, we do have a few more winners to announce since we had so many entries in our giveaway. So Mark, Dungeon Fox Chronicles, and Game Raccoon, you've all won yourselves the aforementioned poster and sticker, plus an item of your choice from our merch store. And congratulations to all of you as well, and happy shopping, I guess. And then we have Grumpus and Hex, who each pick up a 5-pack of adorable stickers. Kingsley, Dr. Agon from Space, Plant Friend, the Goonicorn, and of course, Brixby the Stabra-Cadabrat. And yes, that was just me making an excuse to say Stabra-Cadabrat again. So, congratulations to all of our winners. Your prizes will be in the mail soon if they're not already. And a huge thank you to all of our listeners. We've been at this thing for going on a year and a half now, and you've all made it more fun, more rewarding, and more successful than we could have ever dreamed of. Things are only going to get gooier from here, Scrappers. So keep listening, keep hanging out in our Discord for Sunday morning cartoons and deep philosophical food texture conversations. And maybe check out our Patreon or Ko-Fi if you feel like tossing us a few bucks. We're a hair's breadth from our bonus content goal, and we're champing at the bit to play some Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Well, guess that's it for me. Until next time, Scrappers, thank you for all that you do. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder podcast that is willing to overlook a shrine full of chest-bursted bodies if it means we get cool sunglasses on sale. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
I would just like to say I overlook shrines of bodies IRL to get cool sunglasses on sale. Sunglasses can be very expensive.
Yeah, to be fair, that is only the second most amount of bodies I've seen in a sunglasses hut.
I think things get tough in the springtime.
Hello.
Just letting that one go.
Classic Jeff.
Well, last time on the program, our heroes explored the corpse of Hellion, and they found some USB sticks, which was cool. They couldn't figure out what they did, though, so they just tucked those bad boys away and circled around the outside of the cave to find the shrine to the Blood Ghost, where Tatterface, leader of the Dark Folk, was hanging out, saying a quick prayer to her god-ish being, who she already seemed to know was dead. She was pretty chill about that, though. Everybody hung out and talked a little bit about how it was probably for the best that the Blood Ghost died, since, centuries of suffering and all that stuff. And she gave you all a chip finder that appeared to be customized to find something a couple 100 miles away, and dropped some quick hints about Kyra's maybe relative of some sort being around a ways back with a familiar sounding scarred woman. And a little bit of haggling later, you got some cool sunglasses on sale, and swept your way through the rest of the excavation site and went back to Denvaya to set up a night market. And now we're in the Clockwork Chapel. The night market is coming soon. Everybody's had a little bit of chance to heal up and chill out, so here we are.
Can I assume we're full health because of all the channels Denvaya generously gave us?
Yeah, you can assume you're full health. She has plenty.
And Vargas's mental
ability damage was unfortunately permanent, you said?
Yeah, it never came back. It actually doubled.
Yeah, has that worn off yet, or is he still stupid?
Oh, it's worn off by now. He's fine.
You know, the implication of describing him as stupid when his intelligence
When
was
he's-
greater than...
It was still a 14, yeah.
It's still higher than Asher's.
I was going to say half the parties.
That's literally twice what I
Yeah.
have on my app, like just a day to day.
That's,
So
that's part of the
His
humor.
charisma was a 3, though, so he was not
he
fun
was
to be
not a
around.
kind guy.
Surly Air Force.
And he still can't play piano. So if there are no objections, I think we can jump to the night market.
Commerce.
Cydrate comes in a little glass vial.
Now, I've just thrown all the icons in a circle just for basically me to keep track of them, so you're not actually all standing in a circle. That'd be weird.
No, I like this night market so much better. It's like a hacky sack circle.
Oh, fourth grade.
Yeah, so
The God Emperor Jimmy Fame is there.
yeah, basically every survivor from Scrapwall has turned out, or all the leaders of the remaining gangs. You've got Red Tooth and her cousin Whiskey Fist. You've got Heath, the representative of the Chokers. You've got Tatterface has made an appearance. Of course, Clarence, aka Bird Punch. We've got Sevroth, and we've got Jimmy Fame, and Julie hanging out, and there's all sorts of, other people around who aren't necessarily important enough to have names and or character voices. But the important thing is that everybody seems to be kind of basking in this return to normalcy. Julie is just staring off into space as she stands next to a box of scrolls, as always. And you're free to move about the scrapyard as you see fit.
So, while we have them in a circle. So we gathered you all here today by basically being the only named NPCs we didn't kill in town. It's crucial that it is a time to rebuild and look beyond the petty rivalries, which I suppose actually make up this place. But either way, I encourage you to get together and redraw a map. And possibly also blow up Scrapmaster's Arena. I know it's good for tourism, but there is a lot of bad stuff under there. There's bodies and possibly babies that come from bodies.
You need to blow it up. There might be babies.
I'm not like a doctor or anything, but usually babies are pretty good, right? I'm not the only one who thinks people like babies.
Usually, historically, our good friend Asher, who is the best of us, actually has a thing against babies. Recently led us in a sort of, I don't know if it could be rightfully called a coup, but we straight up murdered one at Asher's bequest.
That is not at all what transpired.
But regardless, you should get together and establish a solid policy on babies and their murder. We're gonna just browse the stalls a bit.
Be sure to debate loudly enough that we can all hear you.
It's nation building.
So I think Jimmy Fame is going to kind of step forward and say, well, Jimmy Fame, I think clearly, Jimmy Fame, we all should automatically defer Jimmy Fame to the very capable four. If you would like to take up ownership of the Lords of Rust position, Jimmy Fame, and the Scrapmaster's Arena, and sort of, hire on Jimmy Fame as your publicist and general fixer and man about town, Jimmy Fame, then I believe everyone has agreed that we can find the correct amount of money for you to give to Jimmy Fame. It's a lot.
I have to go home. So, no, thank you.
Okay, so we got a very capable 3 hanging out with Jimmy Fame in the Scrapmasters Arena.
Dinvaya, a position has been recently vacated in the very capable 4. How do you feel about Michael's versus Joanne's?
I am more of a do-it-yourself type. I do not go to craft stores.
Can you make your own glitter?
Oh yes, of course, using science. Very specific
I-
science.
I can do that.
Brixby says, kicking the dirt a little bit. Yeah. Just glitter dust. We're all close enough. I'm pretty sure I can get everybody with the burst.
Just
Especially
glitter
Lady
dust.
Tatterface.
Center it right in the middle of the circle.
We're gonna start a war. Dinvaya will say, I believe I will be leaving Scrapwall as well. In the coming days. I'm not sure exactly when, but I do believe we have an issue here that the Lords of Rust are kaput, and the Smilers are gone. Marrow herself is dead, and the thralls should look over at Heath. Are not what they once were. So,
Waves.
and Heath will wave his ever-burning torch. So, we find ourselves at a bit of a reset, I would say.
What about the arena? And, well, the stuff under the arena?
There's one thing under the arena that no one can use, that no one should have. And if you ask me, I would prefer to handle with a little bit of that,
Looks over at Red Tooth.
Silex skin.
And she'll look at Whiskey Fist and then back at you, and she'll say, well, I don't remember my voice, but, yeah, I think we can pop on down there and give it a bit of the old bang, bang, pop, pop. How you do? Who's your neighbor?
Yeah, Bob's your uncle. Blow it up. But you wanna, loop back around with old Tatterface over there. She's currently occupying the space, so there you might want to coordinate, touch base, as it were.
We have no specific love for the excavator. We have been there for a long time, but our reason for occupying that specific environ has departed the plane, as it were. If we can have a new place that is suitably dark to use as our home, we have no problems with leaving those particular tunnels. I think Dinvaya is going to say, Lady Tatterface, you and your dark folk are free to take control of the Clockwork Chapel after I vacate the premises. I cannot promise there are no glyphs of warden before us, but there probably are. We've probably got them all.
Don't cast grace on the Clockwork Golem. Or do it. I don't care. I'm chaotic neutral.
Sephiroth will pipe up and say, well, I think we got a whole bunch to figure out here. I, for one, wouldn't mind seeing the arena go down for good. Lost a lot of friends fighting in there, and, I think we've all lost quite a bit here these last few months. But I think we've also lost most of the unreasonable voices that we had amongst us, and we can figure things out. I think that, for the most part, the sort of remaining leaders of Scrapwall, or what passes for leaders, will get into all sorts of discussion about the specifics and like what they can really do, which we don't necessarily need to get into if y'all want to do some buying and selling of wares, some shopping on this night market, or anything else you would like to accomplish.
I have some scrolls I'd like to buy.
we are just going to purchase 570 gold's worth of scrolls and writing materials, I believe.
Anything you want to share with the class, or are you keeping these things secret?
Yeah, no, we'll tell folks. Or at least I'll mention two of them. Make whole, because Asher. And then also Aramze's Focus, which is a spell that basically grants you trap finding, which Brixby gave away for his archetype. So if he casts the spell on himself, he can disable magical traps. There was a moment in episode 70, the last one, 74, where we walked around something that I couldn't disable. So, that guy. And then, another one, which, whatever, I'll tell you. And Gust of Wind. Another utility spell from level 2. So, that's it.
And anything else exciting being purchased at the night market? Anything you need to roll on?
We should sell off any technological gear that we don't want here and not in the Ardenvale. It's the last thing.
Definitely. That. In fact, yes, I agree. We don't want to draw any more unwanted attention to Torch than it's already had. Anything that we want to offload that's more advanced than, say, a sword or some armor, we should certainly sell here.
I would agree.
We haven't really big fived that much.
No sporting goods?
I think.
Yeah,
What does Vargas have? He's got
we could always grab like
one thing. He's got an amulet of natural armor.
Yeah, I have a ring of protection, but the cheapest of all of them are the cloaks.
And I think it would be really fun if we could all just remind listeners at home about the Big Five. There was a brief discussion last time we went shopping, but for those listeners at home who might not remember, gotta inform the listeners
Rings
at home.
of protection, amulets of natural armor, cloaks of resistance, a belt which provides to one of the 3 physical stats, and then a headband that provides to one of the 3 physical stats. And it could be multiple, one, even all of them in the case of physical or mental perfection. So ring of protection, amulet of natural armor, cloak of resistance, belt, headband. Okay, so cloaks for Brixby and Kyra. What do you want? Do you want a fun hat?
Let's get Usher a fun hat.
Like a zebra stripe cowboy hat?
Yeah, no, because they have those ones that would go well with the nacho cheese, right? Where you can have like a beer or 2 beers.
Yeah, the beer
yes. That's the...
Or a nacho cheese on one side and a beer on the other.
Hard pass, but thank you for thinking, outside the box. No, Asher is content to spend a large sum of the party funds in Torch or somewhere we can find a magic item enchanter.
Yeah, is there anybody among the people here, like I know Julie's more technological stuff, but is there anybody in Scrapwall that we think could do item enchanting? Like, is there anybody here we believe might have, like, create magic weapon type thing?
You might be able...
Or craft magic weapon, I mean.
You might be able to find that with the spending, but it's a question of time, because, like, those take X number of days to enchant. So are you planning to stay in Scrapwall that amount of time?
So I guess for everyone at home and our benefit, what would be the most compelling evidence that we need to move to Yadenve quickly of what we found? Like, we had Kolgar's journal, we have the chip finder.
I think the chip finder would be the biggest thing. Like,
but if
the
we're
fact
the
that we
only one
know
with
that we're assuming that Hellion was able to pinpoint her somehow. And we know that there was a Technic League agent helping him with at least some of his work. So we could say that maybe somebody else might be able to track that same signal.
Sam, like the chip reader, is it just a flashing dot on the screen, or is it like that? It's got range increments like the thing in Alien.
Yeah,
and we can.
It's like a radar screen where it's not showing you any features of the terrain or anything, but it's
Right.
basically shows you there's this flashing white dot, and it gives you a scale of like this is a couple 100 miles away to the
Dragon radar.
to the southwest basically.
Right.
So
It's not like she's at the target right now. It's just.
right, and you have no idea what exactly is being tracked by this. And Tatterface did say that this is something that Hellions people looked at before it lit up, and they weren't interested.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that is an interesting thing that Sam did bring up, is that even if they had been looking for Cassandra Lee, we now potentially have a leg up on them, because maybe no one has a tracker except for us. I don't want to assume that, but I'm just saying this thing looks heavily modified, too. So it's hard to imagine there's multiple of these. Should have asked who modified it or where they found it. Like, was it denizens of Hellion that modified it? Or too late?
We'll never know.
But, I mean, it's good that it's southwest, because that tracks. That's where Yadenbay is in relation. If we're all the way up here, and then Torch is kind of in between here and down there.
We should ask if we know where Vargas's, if anyone knows where Vargas's dear friend went.
If anybody even remembers someone from that long ago.
Right, or if anyone knows who that is. I guess we could ask Invia. On the road.
Yeah, I mean, I guess while everyone's shopping, he can kind of ask around among the various leaders of the faction, since we got everybody here at the night market anyway. Is there anyone specific that knows anything? Do you want me to roll diplomacy with my -2 that I have in that?
Ooh, I can
got
help.
it. Roll that
I'm gonna
diplomacy.
aid. I'm here
Oh
to
yeah,
aid.
I'll aid. That's a better idea.
Is an 11, so that is a 9. Anybody aid?
Oh no.
Just gotta see what mine is here. There we go. Nope.
Yeah, no, I rolled,
Okay.
I rolled a
So
5.
it does
total.
not go back up to an 11. So with a 9, maybe that charisma drain is still wearing off.
Yeah, I think with that asking around, even with people sort of predisposed to be willing to help with the sort of weirdly shifted mood in Scrapwall, nobody seems to remember this person or know anything really about them beyond what Tatterface told you.
I think with Kyra's 3, she's wandering around to people just being, "Are you my mother? Are you my mother?" No one is her mother.
Walks up to Clarence and asks him.
Ah, Clarence.
Oh, I think with that, we're probably pretty much done in Scrapwall, right? Like, we probably want to rest before we head out again, since we're down a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, spend the night at the Clockwork Chapel. Help Dinvaya gather anything that she needs as well. And then
Stay
Help
up
her
late.
set all the booby traps for when the stalkers move in.
so we blow it up when they come in.
All right, well, if you are heading back to the Clockwork Chapel and spending the night, an overnight tonight, you all level up to level 7.
Woo! Level 7.
Woo!
So are we going to roll some HP with the last set of rolls here with my book 2 dice? Before I pull out my book 3 dice?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Who would like to go first? Don't all volunteer at once.
Brixby will do it. All right, let's go for it. He's a D6. We did go another level in Arcane Trickster.
All right. Arcane Brickster.
Oh, not good on my side.
Well, I think it's probably better than the one I rolled.
Oh, wow. Bummer. All right, that's a 2, folks. So that's a 2 for this level.
Oof. Anything special for level 3 of Arcane Trickster?
Yeah. So I get my first of one of the cooler class features, Impromptu Sneak Attack. I can just arbitrarily declare any melee or ranged attack to be a sneak attack once a day. It has nothing to do with, the normal conditions of flanked or denied a dex bonus. It's just this attack I'm doing. So
I don't like that.
There's another pretty cool feat that I took, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. I'd like to show it later. And that's it for Bricks at this level that we're at, 7.
All right, who's going next?
Oh, hang on. Let me find a D10.
D10 for your new level in Swashbuckler?
That's the one. How'd you know? I lied. I put all my D10s away, so it should be someone else.
I have a D10 handy for Asher.
All right, I'm already holding this D10, so...
Oh, a 10.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice. I rolled a 9.
All right. That's juicy. Brings Asher up to 59 HP.
Whoop, whoop.
Wow.
That is a hard-to-kill cowboy.
Yeah, strong enough to survive a chainsaw crit.
Barely.
Did you go gunslinger or paladin this time?
Gunslinger 3.
Ooh.
So Gunslinger 3, Paladin 4, and at Gunslinger 3, you get a couple nice things, access to some 3rd level deeds, etc., and also a feat. It's less exciting and shocking and more just sort of traditional ranged feat. Having been on the receiving end of deadly aim, Asher is looking to return the favor.
Oh. That's going to be a lot of damage.
I mean, hopefully. To be fair, I do hope so.
I don't hope so.
You know, that's all right.
Luckily, book 3 is the immune to guns book.
Nice.
So,
I would not see that coming in this AP.
yeah, and, you know, Ron Lundeen is just throwing out those immune to guns. It's a template on everything.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, D10 achieved.
All right. I lost mine. Go
Audience
for
at
it.
home, I'm rolling with a slight handicap, so hopefully that will benefit me and not give me terrible rolls like the rest of the night. That's a 6.
I got you an 8.
Oh, I'll take an
Ooh.
8. Thanks, Sam.
So, how's that swashbuckler level treating you?
Yeah, it's really good. It's strangely similar to 7th level in Blood Rager, because I just really like to blow people's minds here. And also because I'm pretty excited about the next couple levels of Blood Rager. I will add on 6 level 6, I forgot to mention this, is I get 1 bonus feat. I chose combat reflexes, which won't come in handy right now, but will come in handy in book like 5. So everyone remember that one. For level 7, I get a bonus spell, which Sam has graciously allowed me to retrain. That bonus spell is Magic Missile, which I already had, because Brixby definitely taught Kyra that weeks ago. So I've taken shield? No, mage armor. I had shield. Another thing that presumably Kyra picked up from Brixby. And then also a feat that I'm really excited about, but I'm not going to say anything because I'm super good at keeping secrets. I've already told the rest of the cast. It's just Sam.
All right, and that leaves Vargas.
Okay, as per usual, Vargas is a D8.
Alright, going for that reanimated medium.
That is a 4 on my end.
4 as well. So you get 5.
Nice.
So I get a 5. Nice. And Vargas does not get any Magus abilities this level. So yeah. Weirdly enough, he does not get a single bit of anything from Magus.
This all sound.
Mostly because he's cross-leveling into Shaman, so he gets that instead.
Heyo.
Yeah, so I did take a level of Shaman, which, for people who don't know, is a class that's sort of like a mix between it's a witch and what's the cleric side one? The witch and oracle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets access to hexes, which he took Battle Master for his first hex, which he actually only gets because of his feat that he took. Because normally a shaman will not get a hex until level 2, but I took the extra hex feat for this level, so I get Battle Master. And he is a battle shaman, which basically trades out, instead of getting a cool shaman ghost animal companion, he instead gets to use a couple of different skills rather than the normal shaman skills, and it works better for his build and also just for him kind of lore-wise. And I get a couple of divine spells, which will come up as I use them, and that's pretty much it.
Alright, well. It is morning in Scrapwall. You're all in the Clockwork Chapel. Not sure who got the bed last night, but this is theoretically the last time you'll have a chance to do so.
Who's Nathan?
Nice. Well, Nathan's still across the river, or he's probably dead. Nobody fed him. He just consumed the entirety of Aldrinard's grave.
The river just is Nathan now.
So I think Denvaya will be up bright and early and have like her pack of traveling clothes all on her back and say, well, I think I'm ready to leave this garbage heap for the first time in decades. How about all of you?
Oh, we've only been here for a few days.
Oh, so yeah, you guys stay for a good 20 years, and I'll write you.
Speaking of write you, are you excited to,
Just Brixby looks at her.
That will be very interesting. It's been a long time. And she's got the binder of love sonnets under one arm, not even in the bag. She's carrying it with her.
Aw.
So are we walking? Or...
Well, shall we? We're walking at least to start. All right. Anyways. Yeah, if there's nothing else, then I think everybody can leave Scrapwall, and of course the Sealhawks will give you no trouble as you approach the gate that actually leads out of this garbage pile once and for all. Maybe Clarence will be climbed up on top of the watchtower going, "Goodbye, very capable 4."
Imagining the scene from the end of The Wizard of Oz.
It's exactly like that, except everyone's got medals for some reason, so it's also the end of Star Wars.
Nice.
please wear sunscreen, Clarence. We need you to have a long tenure with the Steelhawks.
I don't like sunscreen.
Skin cancer's no joke.
It's too greasy, though.
A disapproving noise is the last thing Brixby says.
And,
Like ever?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. He's gone. And seen.
He actually drowned crossing the river. Oh, no. So I think as you cross over the river on the tethered rafts that are already there just waiting, Algernard's grave stands where you left it. It's a bit more bustling with activity, as it looks like some more crusaders have come in, have responded to Crackless's call. So there's maybe, a dozen people or more working on repairing the ruined keep and hauling out old garbage and stuff. And they have the gate open. When you left, they had closed it just because they didn't have anyone to run the place.
What's the lip heaven situation look like from this distance? Is there copious lips to be had?
Oh, you see so many lips. Lips for days, and some of them are pouty, and some of them are
Abundance
very
of lips.
thin and
Any
severe.
of them flaming?
Yeah, they're flaming lips, and
Oh, hey, my dumb horses are still here.
yep, the horses you drew like a year ago. The horse icons remain. Commander Kraklos will be sort of hanging out and ready to greet you as you approach and say, "Ah, look who it is! Welcome back.
Thank you.
Has your business concluded in Scrapwall favorably, for lack of a better term?"
We were successful in doing what we set out to do. And as a benefit of that, I suspect you should have less trouble here than you had in the recent days.
Oh, that's very good to hear. We've received a reinforcement from the base to the north, as you can see, and we're working on remanning the station. It will be some time before the keep is fully up and running, but for the time being, we've been able to recover from the attack and bury our dead, at least. We, of course, have all of you to thank for that.
We're pleased that this can once again be a safe haven for travelers.
Speaking of safe haven, how is my sweet Nathan?
Nathan bounces his way over, or slorps his way over.
By burying their dead, they mean Nathan
Just feeding
declared
them to
it.
Nathan.
Feeding the never-ending hunger of the goo horse. There seems to be something wrong with your horse. It's liquidy.
No, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just a little viscous. It's, yeah.
This is our friend Invia. She does not have a viscous horse, or any horse as far as I know, but she does have, like, this thing with a person back in our town, so we're gonna take her home.
Yes, thank you for that introduction, Kyra. Do you by any chance have any horses to spare? Thetis will shake his head. Why, I'm afraid not. We are still a bit short in that department. You're going to have to figure out how to double up, I'm afraid. Or
She can jog behind us.
sure,
Perhaps
that makes
your
sense.
clockwork golem could be reconfigured into a mechanical steed.
I'm afraid it still needs a bit of work before we can manage that, but I tell you, it is plenty heavy carrying it for hundreds of miles across the waste.
We all give her a sympathetic look and say nothing. Oh, man. That's rough.
Now I'm just picturing her with this giant golem just slung over her shoulder.
Yeah, her backpack is just this absolutely absurd steampunk amalgamation of just robot parts.
It's
hanging
Chewie
over.
with C-3PO on his back.
Yes. If Chewie was an elf with attractive earlobes.
Yeah, it was like the size of an Ewok. Yeah.
Nibble all day.
Oh God.
What?
All right. Well,
So clearly we've been taking Soothe.
well, will you
Sue's
be
heavy night.
will you be stopping over here?
Yeah, so they don't have anything to offer to help Dinvaya ride along with us or anything.
No, you.
So let's have to take turns on a horse with someone.
I'm sure that Brixby... I honestly, Nathan probably isn't working very hard to carry him. Comparatively.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brixby's tiny.
Brixby's just, yeah,
Yeah.
so small.
Yeah, it should be easy enough to pile him on.
Yeah, because you are mechanically small, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
High-tech and mechanically small.
With the weight of the golem, she just sinks all the way through Nathan.
Oh no. He merges with the golem to become Mecha Nathan.
Yes.
Will you be staying over the evening, or are you back on the road again immediately?
I can't wait to be on the road again.
I don't know that reference. I exist only in Galarian.
I don't think it's a reference, just, fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Just
just
making
a
music with my
statement.
friends.
What time of day is it right now?
This is morning. It doesn't take
Okay, that's
long
what I
at all.
figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2
Yeah, we're
miles from
close,
Scrapwall
yeah.
to here.
Oh yeah,
so-
we're not staying
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no, we're not.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
No, you
I
gotta...
don't care how nice you made it. Handball court, I don't want to see it. Let's go.
You gotta
Wow, we gotta
give up the whole
roll
day.
on those tables.
Asher can fix a gun. That's all.
Yeah, we've got time for that.
Now, he did that in the morning while people were prepping spells.
Sure.
They don't have any horses to spare because they're doing dressage. Just endlessly.
The
Yeah, that's
championships
over.
are later today.
Over in the east, they have a whole course set up. There's a cupboard and all the horses dance in and out of it.
Oh, that's what we could do with the arena. Turn it into like
Oh, a
a
dressage?
like a polo course.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, honestly, eventually, whenever Radley and Kite are ready to go big with the battle body bots, the body battle bots, they could do it on a larger scale. It doesn't have to be underground. I'm just saying.
I just assumed
I like
that
how everybody keeps assuming that Kite is involved in it too when there's been no.
Look, the bots have to come from somewhere. Anyway, so we leave.
Yeah.
Possibly implicating multiple faith leaders into something abuse of a corpse.
All right, so off we go into the Numerian countryside, riding our horses, and I believe it's a 4-day ride. So I'm gonna roll just a quick roll that isn't important at all, so don't worry
Probably
about.
not.
Don't worry about that. Certainly nothing major happens. As you're rolling, and anything going on as the hours and hours pass on the road here?
I was going to say Brixby's going to draft a couple scrolls on the way back for sure in his evenings. But maybe at one time, I think he'll probably walk up to Kyra and be like,
You excited to go home, big stuff?
I think so. I mean, yeah, I want to see my family, obviously. But I want to find that lady that Mrs. Potato Head was talking about. I think I could know her, or she could know me. And I don't think that's at Torch. So then I was thinking maybe I could just hang out with you guys some more and we can find all of the other things.
Well, you'll story doesn't have to stop at Torch, big stuff. I've hinted at it before. I'm not one to understand the home and family thing too much, but, you're something special, and, you could do a lot of good for a lot of people. I mean, like, all of Numeria people.
When we were trying to convince Vargas, or Vargas's mom, to let him stay, you said that we were a family. So, even if you don't have an idea of what that looks like now, we could practice.
I misspoke. I do know that this looks like a family. I guess I just mean obligations and home and blood, It's complicated. This is easy. I look across this fire at you. And also Dinvaya. Hi. Yeah, you're here too. But, it's natural. It's never been easy for me. So, family.
Well, I have 2 sisters. I can have, like, an extra 3 brothers. Or Vargas can be kind of a grumpy uncle. That's up to you.
Uncle Brother Vargas does really roll off the tongue.
Please edit that out.
Keeping it in. Keep it in.
I was going to say, I think that's a show on TLC.
Well, it's a quiet day as you make your way through at the Badlands in the center of Numeria, basically. And you bed down for the night after making some good progress. You gonna set any watches?
Same
I
as
think
Vargas.
Vargas would probably take first watch because he tends to wake up early, so he'd watch first and then sleep.
Not gonna just make Dinvaya stay up the whole night.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I think he just kind of stares off to the southwest. And I think during the course of the day, everybody notices, well, I'm not going to say everybody notices, if anybody pays attention to him, they might notice that he's constantly kind of looking off in that direction. But he's going to sit up and take the first watch and just kind of thumb through his spell book and meditate, and hopefully nothing shows up and murders him.
You want to roll a what's it called? Perception check.
Oh, is he rolling? Oh, perception
Yeah.
check. I thought you meant I was rolling the table for you.
No, the table.
That is a 9.
It's not a very good number.
No, it's not.
No, everything's
7 on the die. Oh wait, actually that might be higher because
You leveled up?
perception. Oh, hang on, that is not a 9. No, I had all that drain that I forgot about. So that was a 7 plus an 8, so that is actually a 15, not a 9.
Woohoo.
I forgot I don't only have 2 perception anymore like I had when I was damaged from Elliot.
Ah, well, you don't seem to notice anything. As just sitting in the darkness. Maybe in the distance there's a little sort of flicker of blue light. And then it's gone. And your watch passes. Who's up next?
By Asher.
So he'll go over, shake Asher awake, and say, "Nothing so far. Maybe something, but nothing dangerous. It's your turn."
Thank you. And yeah, Asher would Just kind of clean his gun. Not do too much, really, to pass the time. Kind of enjoy the cool night air after spending nights indoors in the chapel and all of the clutter of Scrapwall, just kind of at peace in the outdoors.
Yeah, this has got to be a big change from spending every night in a room made of junk, constantly moving, and you know, that constant background hum of all the gears and stuff, and everything, you know, close and tight, and filled with the garbage of the Scrapwall, in the middle of nowhere, with a big sky and nothing really between. Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Okay. Wow, a natural 18 for a 22.
Oh,
There we go.
with a 22, I think Asher is watching in the distance, and he just happens to catch it maybe out of the corner of his eye, this little flash of light drifting. It just looks like a sort of swamp flare, just a little circle of blue light sort of flashes up and then it's gone. And then maybe if he turns his head in that direction, he sees it more directly and a little bit closer. It flashes up, and then it's gone again.
That's curious. If he were to see if that sparks any memories for him, is there a knowledge he could roll?
If he was some kind of dungeoneer or something.
Ho ho ho! That's one of a select few knowledges he could roll. Okay. Total of a 16?
I think a 16 is dead on, exactly what you need to identify what might be a will-o-wisp, faintly glowing ball of air that bobs gently in the air. You can't see if there's maybe any sort of image inside the depths of that flame from this different distance. But, you know, everyone who's been out on the range, especially near marshes or swamps, has heard tales of the balls of light, jack-o'-lanterns, corpse candles, walking fires, pine lights, spook lights, rush lights. But, you know, these are possibly dangerous, evil creatures that prey on the afraid and the dying.
Huh, okay. You said it was maybe getting closer.
Yeah, it seems like it might be drifting your way.
Okay. I got a leisurely pace.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's not booking it. It's just, you know.
Asher will keep his eyes on that floating fire of destruction, and if it does appear to continue on its trajectory and get closer and closer, before it gets too close, he would at that point expect that a confrontation is nigh and would awaken the rest of the group. But if that doesn't happen, if maybe it comes close and senses that we are a fearless group of the biggest, baddest daddies that maybe have ever graced the Nemerian Plains, maybe it will nope itself out of there.
Yeah, I think you can tell that. I mean, it appears to be headed your way.
All right, then. Guess it's time to wake up Denvaya.
Justin Via.
Just Denvaya. No, he would apologetically rouse his companions and inform them. Sorry to disturb your slumber, but a will-o-wisp is on its way here. I've been watching it to see if it's truly in our direction, and I have it on good authority. It's headed this direction. It's from Sam.
I don't know
Bricks
any
is-
Sam.
Brix is going to roll a dungeoneering after Asher says that it's a will-o-wisp. I rolled a 15 for a 24.
Yeah, I mean, with a 24, you know the same basic info on will-o-wisps. But you also get a question.
Just one. Oh, no. Special defenses, please.
Special defenses, well, they have a natural invisibility, and they, generally speaking, have an immunity to magic.
So, Sam, generally, immunity to magic means anything that has spell resistance, yes, doesn't work on them, but spells with spell resistance, no, does.
That would be correct.
Excellent. And by that I mean, well darn.
It's a good thing you're so irresistible.
Speaking of magic, maybe Brixby does the mage armor. Waking up. Mage armors himself.
Well, I think as you are perhaps waking up and mage armoring yourself, maybe we should just roll for initiative, just real quick.
He's trying to sneak it in.
Well, what do we got? How about Brixby?
Coming out hot with a 20 for a 27.
That's pretty fast. And how about Asher?
Asher coming in slow, despite observing this creature's approach. The first initiative roll of level 7 is a total of a 9.
How about Kyra? She's got to be faster than a 9, right?
It's a natural 19 for 24.
That is definitely faster. How about Vargas?
Vargas got a 14 for a 16.
Alright, kind of a speedy roll. And Denvaya, oh, she's pretty fast on the uptake this evening. 18. So we're gonna just sort descending real quick. And then, let's see, what do we got here? Coming in at initiative 32. Something flies over towards the prone Vargas, because he just woke up and nobody said anything about standing up. That's going to be a 21 against touch.
Yeah,
As this creature
that is a hit.
appears, and it just looks like a little floating light next to Vargas, but he feels a terrible shock run through his body as this thing touches him for 9 electricity damage.
Yeah.
And then Brixby is up.
Alright. Time to wake up.
Crushes a coffee bean, affecting the entire party with haste.
Woohoo!
And stands up.
The party's immune to haste, too.
yes.
Forgot. Book 3 rules.
Book 3.
That's my turn.
Alright, well, now that your turn is over, surely Kira's up next. Oh, wait, no. Before Kyra goes,
Oh no.
something flies over to Asher. And, that's a 20 versus touch. Flat-footed, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Alright. Little thingy that reappears next to Asher for just a quick 7 electricity damage.
It doesn't look like all that goes through, but
That's mean.
yeah, got him.
Alright, and it is Kira's turn.
All right, Kyra too shall wake from deep slumber and immediately go into a rage, as you do. That's how I feel when I'm woken up in the middle of the night. We don't need half a move action in this one to stand up. That's just 5e. Do you need any move action to stand up? Or you just do it? Okay, you do.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
It's brute.
Oh, the whole move action.
Yeah. See, if you had taken your swashbuckler dip, maybe you could kip up.
You would have kipped it up.
Kipped right up.
I was trying to drop hints.
That's true. Okay, so then, yeah, she'll stand up, rage, and let's throw on a fun shield. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. By end of book 5, I'm gonna have all of the haste rules down, and also all of the movement rules, possibly. Great. So that's it. We'll just pop up and put on a shield.
All right. Then Vaya, I think, is gonna pop to her feet, and she's gonna say, "Stupid corpse lights. I should have known." And she's gonna cast Bless on the party, so everybody gets a +1, basically, on attack rolls and skill checks, but attack rolls makes them matter. And then Vargas is up. You've got a floating ball of fire in your face.
Okay.
Looks like maybe there might be a little skull in there.
So quick question. As far as spell resistance goes for them, if you cast a spell that basically... So the actual question is, would they be hurt attacking me if I had Gorm's armor cast on me? Because it has spell resistance, and I think that's just if you're attempting, for whatever reason, cast it on the armor of someone and they don't want it. I don't think the spell resistance has to do with the damage something takes when they're hitting you when you're wearing the armor, and I'm trying to look it up, and I can't find anything about it either way.
Huh. Let me see. I'm looking up this
'Cause
spell.
it seems like the
it's a
spell
new one.
resistance only has to do with the casting of it, right?
Let's see. Covers it in tiny spikes. Yeah, I mean, it looks like... Yeah, because the saving throw... Yeah, it's harmless, so that's talking about casting it as a buff.
About putting it on the armor, yeah.
Yeah, so...
So I can roll for concentration since this thing is right next to me, too. Yeah. So Vargas, after getting hit, just reflexively, like he takes in a gasp, and... Hey, 14, what is my add for shaman? It is +6 versus a DC 17, so I made it. So yeah, he just like gasps, and all of a sudden, he's just covered in spikes. Like his, I think he's wearing a chain shirt, is just covered in it. His arm is covered in it, and he is going to stand up, risking the attack of opportunity to do so.
Alright, it is going to reach out and try to shock him. That is... Where's my attack bonus? Where'd it go? That is a 26.
Yeah, it's probably going to hit because his touch AC is garbage.
7 electricity damage.
No. And because that was a shaman spell, not an arcane spell, he cannot take his free attack with it. I already looked that one up. So that will be his turn. But it does take... it just smacked me with a natural weapon while I have armor spikes. So...
Looks like it takes 2 damage.
Any creature attacking takes 1 point of piercing damage. I think it says 5th. I think it'd be 5th caster level, so I think it would still just be 1 point of damage.
So it didn't like that.
But yeah.
And Asher is up.
Asher did not lie down on the ground to spoon and wake up his companion, so he is standing and hasted and blessed. He is going to take a 5-foot step back to the southwest, and as a swift action, smite evil against this Will-O-the-Wisp. Then he is going to rapid shot, full attack. Let's see if this thing needs 4 bullets or not, but we'll just see.
Are you using that deadly aim?
You know, as a matter of fact, he is.
Just thought I'd check.
Much obliged. So these 3 at the, as though you can see them, these 3 listeners are going to be at the highest base attack bonus. Not a misfire in sight. However, we're looking at a 16 as the lowest.
These things are pretty hard to touch because they are little floaty fireball thingies. So, no, 16 doesn't hit touch.
Okay, does a dirty 20 hit touch?
Doesn't.
Oh no.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay, that's dope. Then this one at the lowest base attack bonus is Asher's just, wait a minute, I got that smite attack bonus. So that would be a 23 to hit, not a 20 against touch.
Still not gonna do it. They're agile little fellas.
Oh no.
So that's excellent. Then we'll just roll this lowest base attack bonus because, you know, anything's possible. Including the first misfire of level 7, BB.
You hate to see
Let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So these little buggers came up and kind of tased him, bro. And so he backs up and just wildly shoots, completely missing these nimble little balls of awfulness. And his gun jams.
Well, let's see. Red Will-O-Wisp didn't like that it hurt itself when it hit Vargas, so I think it is going to just casually float on over towards Kyra, so Vargas can't take an attack of opportunity on it.
Almost certainly no. No, that's not... Actually, I don't know. Maybe its regular AC is lower than its touch. Like no creature on the planet is. 21?
No, that's...
Against regular AC?
It's not going to do it.
Oh god, we're gonna die here.
And it's just going to shock Kyra real quick with a 27 versus touch.
Yep. That will beat my 11 touch.
Alright, well that's 9 electricity damage.
This guy is a jerk.
Then Brixby is up. Everybody's fast.
Oh, God. Yeah, Brixby's going to shout,
Dinvaya, if you can help with electricity.
That's like it's around 6 words or so. Can't really do much beyond that. And I am going to cast Glitter Dust in this square right here, which should just catch blue. That is to the north of Asher, to the west of Dinvaya. So that should just catch blue. I need a will save, please.
Will save. Blue.
And this does not have spell resistance as it is Conjuration.
That is a nat 1.
Oh, so that does not beat the DC 16 will save. You are currently blinded, my friend. You're also covered in glitter, so you cannot really get the benefit of invisibility because you take a negative 40 penalty to stealth checks.
That's harsh.
It's great.
And then Brixby is gonna move ever so slightly to the north 5 feet, and that's my turn.
All right, and that is going to take us to the currently blinded Will-O-the-Wisp. And it will try to go invisible, but you can still totally see where it is. And I think it's gonna just kind of float indecisively backwards a little bit. And Kyra's up.
Okay, Kira's going... Oh, crap. I totally forgot that I don't have a working chainsaw right now, so I will have to use another regular boring weapon. I mean, I have a chainsaw, I just haven't started it. So, I will have to use some other regular weapon. Pull out, let's...
Which one has the grav clip?
Who can say? Probably Ethel. I think that was the last one I used. I haven't used the Lucerne Hammer in a minute. Great sword. So yeah, let's go with that one. And again, can't really roll. Okay. 14 plus 6, 30? 30 to hit. Does a 30 hit this stupid floating ball of light? Sam?
Yeah, 30 will
Thank
hit
God.
the floating
Okay,
ball of light.
Excellent. So, we're back to a regular 2d6. Oh, wait, no, because I have the grav clip. We're all good. Let's do 3d6 as per usual. Listeners at home, my dice tray is far away for various reasons today, so bear with me. All right, that's a sad amount of ones. 6 plus 16. 22 points of smoosh at this first guy here.
That is a lot of smoosh.
Red.
It's
Red.
still alive, but that was a lot of
Great.
smoosh.
That's fine. I'm hasted and I haven't moved, so I'm just going to keep hitting it and hope that they're all 30s. Oh, not a 30. That's a 29. No, I'm so sorry, actually, because I forgot. That's 27.
27 hits.
Great. Slightly better damage this time. 11, 13, 16, 29.
Dead. The light goes out.
Great. And then in frustration, she will hurl the chainsaw over to the blue one.
I have to teacher and tell him myself, you need to roll a will save at the end of your turn to see if you're blinded for next round. So you might be off the hook.
13.
You are not. You're a little blind ball of blindness.
It's not very nice.
All right, my conscience is clear.
All right. Well, I think it's Dinvaya's turn, so she is going to draw her light hammer as she walks up to the little creature thingy here, and it is blind, so it's got all sorts of penalties, and let's see, 16 to hit. Do you lose your... You basically flat-footed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, wait a second. Yeah, you don't... No, she misses.
Darn. Wow.
And Vargas is up.
Things crazy.
Haste doesn't increase our base move speed, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay, it didn't...
30
show it on
feet.
Well, it doesn't increase your speed. Like, if you take 2 move actions, you still only get the extra 30
I see why
feet.
it's not doing it, because I don't have... Oh, wait, no, I do have it.
No, Sam is right. That is an important distinction. You can move an extra 30 feet per round, right? Isn't that the vibe?
Yeah. It's weird. It
Yes,
kind of
it
exists
increases-
outside
But you
of
couldn't
those.
take, like, could you take a longer move action and still attack? Is my question.
Yeah, you can take 1 move action that
Oh,
goes
okay.
30 feet longer than your normal move action.
Okay.
It's weird.
So I could go 35 feet and still take a swing?
Yeah.
Okay. So he is going to do exactly what I just said. Well, first he's going to swift action empower his arm using 2 arcane pool points, but he is not going to give it any modifiers. He's just going to give it a flat +2. And then he is going to move up to flank with Dinvaya and see if a +12 can hit this frickin' thing. That is a 15 on the die, so that is a 27.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that is 1d8 plus 3. Wait, no, that is 1d8 plus 5. Wait, actually, let me see if it is a plus 0. I can never remember. I need to just put this on as a thing I can click on. Give me half a second to reread my ability and see if that adds to the damage too. Sorry about that. Plus 1 enhancement bonus, so would that be the damage also?
Yeah.
Or in this case, a plus 2 because he's past level 5. Okay, so that is... What did I say I rolled on a die? I don't know if I even said I did.
I don't think
You rolled a fit. Well, for damage or for?
For damage.
For damage.
Yeah. I don't
Because I rolled the die, but I forgot what I got on it. I don't remember if I said it out loud. Oh, sorry. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of magical bludgeoning.
Alright, it doesn't like that. And Asher is up.
Asher will draw the one of the other 2 functional pistols from his holster and fire just once. Deadly aim. He really wants to hit this creature for some damage. Not a misfire, but complete garbage. That is going to be that. He will, at the end of his turn, use a swift action to reload. As he calls a bullet from his beneficial bandolier. And is 0 for 5 in book 2.5, book 3.
We'll call this still effectively book 2. Just so. Episode 77 is the first episode of book 3. Which is not as satisfying as... Oh well. It's Blue's
We like
turn.
shopping and buffing, okay?
Oh, actually, that was Red's turn. Red is dead. Much like Zed, so Brixby is up.
Right. Brixby is going to stride on over 20 feet to the west to occupy a square with Denvaya. So don't worry, this is part of the team. So he swarms in,
This is disturbing.
pulls out his rapier as part of his move action, and goes to hit. No. Even with all the benefits of flanking and haste and bless, it's a 6 on the die, so that's only a 17. Whiffs big. That's the end of his turn.
Alright, well, this thing is in danger. It's not happy about it. It knows Vargas just hit it. It is going to blindly try to shock him. That is a 26, but it has to roll concealment. That is a 99 on the concealment.
Ooh.
So shockingly, 11 shocking damage. And it's just going to do a little 5-foot float out of flanking.
And it takes 1 point of damage from my thorny armor.
It doesn't like that.
And roll another will save to see if you're blind.
That is a 15.
Still blind.
Really doesn't like that. And Kyra's up.
I just need all of the listeners to come together and send me a card before every recording that says, don't forget Blur, because I always forget Blur. That said, Kyra's going to move up alongside this blue thing because she's cranky and has been awoken from a deep sleep, and will try and hit it again. Oh no, that's a 4 on the die. So I'm pretty sure even with all the things, that's a dirty 20, which I think we said does not work. So also a whiff.
It's a whiffaroo.
Real bummer.
Well, Denvaya, I think, let's see what's she gonna do. She already knows that swinging at it didn't really do much of anything. She's not so great with a hammer. Yeah, I guess she is just going to take a swing. Maybe she'll get that nat 20. She didn't. So, Vargas is up.
Wow, that was quick. Vargas is going to... Oh, I didn't add the flank bonus last time. That should have been a plus 14 to hit. I mean, it doesn't matter hit anyway, but he is going to take a 5-foot step in order to flank again and take a swing at it. Actually, you know what? He's going to roll to cast defensively. Actually, no. Does Arcane Mark have...
It will totally be immune to being marked with the Arcane Mark, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get you an extra punch. But the penalty might screw you.
Spell resistance, no, so it is not immune to the Arcane Mark. It still gets the symbol on it, too. That is a 10 on the die, which gets it because it's a plus 13 for a DC 15. So thanks to haste, he gets 3 swings, all at a plus 14. Actually, no, one of them's going to be at a plus 12. So that is a 19, which I think is a miss.
Yep.
That's going to be a hit. That's a 17 on the die. So that is 3... That is 8 points of damage.
All right. Still kicking.
And this last one is only going to be a plus 12. Because your second attack when you use spell combat takes that -2. That is a fumble, natural 1.
All right.
So that is the end of his turn.
All right. Can Asher do it?
Oh, yeah, he can. He says again with volume up this time. All right. We are not going to rapid shot, but we are going to shoosty with deadly aim. So that is still going to be 3 attacks against this smote target. Again, just horrible rolling. That one's not going to hit. Let's try this one. No, that one's not going to hit. It's pathetic. It's like 2, 5, 2. Like, I know there are 20 sides on this dice. It's in the name. All right, lowest Bab. Blessed, Smote. Come on, Asher. Yeah, I mean, finally a good roll, but not high enough. Just paper cartridges all over the floor.
It's very sad. Lighting up the night. All right, Brixby, can you execute this thing? Put it out of its misery.
Brixby is gonna try. Replete with bonuses on his attack. He's got 2 for flank, because he's gonna take a 5-foot step in a big stuffed square here. 1 from haste, 1 from size. My Bab. Yeah, no, we're looking good here. So I'm just gonna navigate over to Town. So this is with the rapier. That's only a 14, unfortunately. And then let's see, the Tailblade, which is at a plus 6. That's even worse. And then finally, at his full, nope. Unless a 21 hits.
No, sadly.
Whiff. And that is Brixbo's turn.
Alright. This thing is... Let's see, I guess it's gonna keep hitting Vargas, because Vargas is the one hitting it. And that is a 20 versus touch. But the miss chance... It's a 59.
Yep, he hits me. Take your 1 point of damage. Is that what he had left?
Well, it was 5 points of damage. But no.
No, I'm saying you gotta take 1.
He takes the 1 point of damage. You take 5 points of electricity damage, and it rolls the will save, and it gets a 19?
That does pass.
Alright, it can see again.
It's not blind anymore.
For all the good it does it. Kyra, you're up with 30 attacks. Can you please execute this?
Yeah, okay, great. I am right up in its face this time. Let's see. Changing die. Rolling with my left hand. Okay, that's a 13 plus 16, 29.
Yes.
Great. Nice. 11, 13, 9, 16, 29 again. But
Mercifully, that is the end
Oh my god.
of the Will-O-Wisp.
Ooh.
For those of you at home, it is like we normally record on Tuesdays. It's Thursday now.
Yeah. I'm so
I'm so
tired that
hungry.
I didn't realize that I did misfire because it's a paper cartridge and so a 2.
Oh no!
So just really doing great.
All right, well, roll your damage for your gun exploding, and
No, because the next attack was an 11, which did not explode. I switched guns. I was on my second gun. I just happened to misfire 2 of them and hit 0 times.
well, I'm going to bed.
Me too.
Me
Good night,
three.
Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Night, Sam and Jeff.
Night, everybody.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
After a good foot soak and some cuticle attention, Asher feels like a new man. There's a lot of walking in those tunnels, crawling, the whole excavator thing. Sometimes you just gotta take time for yourself, listeners.
Was there an end to that sentence?
That was it.
Sounded like the end of the sentence. We just all chose to sit in silence for
No time has
several
passed.
seconds.
All right. I think that awkward pause has to stay in.
I hope so.
In fact, extend it.
Just double it.